The Echoes of the Last Stand by DDW Fiction. Let us now recount the dark tale of a country nestled in the northern realms of the world. A ruthless band of individuals voyaged from distant shores, driven by ambitions to conquer and rule over this untamed land. They advanced their agenda by seizing the ancestral territories of the indigenous population through deceptive stratagems and disturbing acts of genocide. Their atrocities knew no bounds as they further desecrated the land by kidnapping and importing other native peoples from far-off lands to erect structures upon the bones of the fallen, perpetuating their legacy of exploitation and destruction. Subsequently, they purportedly sought to establish peace with the remaining few indigenous people, a facade of tranquility cloaking the stark reality of their decimated population. With minimal resistance to their dominance, an uneasy peace settled over the land. The insatiable hunger for power and wealth drove them to exploit the labor and suffering of the native inhabitants, amassing riches built upon the foundation of oppression. And despite all this, they claimed to have discovered it after the genocide of the people who were already living there, showing no remorse for the injustices committed. As if they were in complete agreement with each other, their collaboration appeared seamless and unstoppable. To delve even deeper into this complex situation, their insidious gaze turned towards new horizons, fueled by greed as their power swelled, leading them to seek further conquests beyond their shores. As their insatiable ambition grew, their gaze shifted towards the east, where the beckoning allure of the abundant black gold promised great riches. They plotted cunning strategies to exert control over this coveted resource, manipulating perceptions to portray themselves as noble peacemakers amidst a region engulfed in turmoil that they themselves orchestrated. Casting aspersions on existing leaders as ineffectual and corrupt, they sowed seeds of doubt and fear among the populace. By positioning themselves as the saviors of the people, they justified their intervention, advocating for the removal of those they deemed unworthy. With sinister intentions veiled under the guise of benevolence, they orchestrated the destruction of cities and countries, paving the way for the establishment of their own puppet governments. And the countries that have a little bit more power that don't bow to them will be sanctioned heavily until the economy goes up in ruin. They behave as if they deserve to be worshipped like gods. They are the ones creating laws regarding genocide, but they have been responsible for committing the most genocides in the world. The actions of committing genocide are serious and grave. Those responsible have committed more acts of genocide than any other entity in the world. However, they do not see themselves in this way. This disconnect between their actions and their own perception adds another layer of complexity to this troubling situation. It is almost as if they view themselves as gods. In a display of dominance, they assert control over nations worldwide, deploying coercive tactics to subjugate and silence dissent. Nevertheless, there exist valiant nations that dare to challenge this hegemony, only to face severe reprisals in the form of economic sanctions and menacing ultimatums enforced through formidable arsenals of mass destruction. The notion that this sovereign entity should idly observe its impending encirclement, justified solely by claims to territorial integrity while disregarding the same rights for others, presents a dissonance that resonates profoundly in the arena of global affairs. Indeed, it appears that the last stand is upon us. Nations that have borne witness to the unfathomable atrocities inflicted upon their brethren shall no longer endure such injustices. Those who seek dominion through aggressive expansion will not be satisfied.